When you first see the lumbosacral plexus, it might look complicated. In this video, I'm going to attempt to demystify this lumbosacral plexus and show you an easy way to draw it. Are you ready to get started? Alright, let's do this. Alright, first, let's list the nerve root levels that contribute to the lumbosacral plexus. They include all the nerve root levels from L1 all the way down to S4. Next, we're going to draw three long lines, one at L1, one at L2, and then one at S2. And then a line about half the size at L3. Next, I'll draw in a contribution from T12 and label it thusly. At the end of the top two long lines, I'll draw two branches off of L1, one that goes upwards, and then one that joins L2 to make three separate nerves. This first nerve, the iliohypogastric nerve, this nerve pierces the transversus abdominis and runs between it and the internal oblique. The ilioinguinal nerve, which pierces both muscles to enter the middle of the inguinal canal, and then the genitofemoral nerve, which enters the inguinal canal through the deep inguinal ring. Sometimes the iliohypogastric and ilioinguinal nerves run together and appear as if they're one nerve in the cadaver dissection, so watch out for that when you're doing your dissection. Next, I'll draw a little connector to indicate the contribution of fibers from L2 down to L3. And behind this, indicated by the dotted line, will be the lateral femoral cutaneous nerve. Off the end of L3, we'll draw branches that resemble a can opener. The top part will be the obturator nerve, which will run through the obturator foramen to supply the adductors of the thigh. The bottom part will be the femoral nerve, which will supply the muscles of the anterior thigh. One of the branches off the femoral nerve will be a long, thin nerve that runs with the great saphenous vein, the saphenous nerve. Next, we'll draw the L4 nerve root and show that its fibers contribute to the nerves above and below. We'll also connect L5 and S1 to show those fibers contribute to the nerves that branch off S2. Don't forget to connect S3 as well. Sometimes I forget to do that when I'm drawing this for students. The first nerve branching off the slope of this complex of fibers is the superior gluteal nerve, which supplies the gluteus medius and minimus, and also tensor fasciolata. The next branch is the inferior gluteal nerve, which supplies the gluteus maximus. After this, we're going to label the sciatic nerve. It's the largest nerve of the body, which runs down the posterior thigh. The sciatic nerve will then branch into the common fibular nerve, and then the tibial nerve, which runs down the back of the leg to supply the posterior compartment muscles. Now, after the common fibular nerve wraps around the neck of the fibula, it branches into the superficial fibular nerve, which supplies the muscles of the lateral compartment, and the deep fibular nerve, which supplies the muscles of the anterior compartment. Now, this tibial nerve runs down the back of the leg posterior to the medial malleolus and goes into the foot and branches into the medial plantar nerve and the lateral plantar nerve. Next, posterior to the plexus, hence the dotted line, we have a nerve with contributions from S1 through S3. This nerve is called the posterior femoral cutaneous nerve. And finally, we have the pudendal nerve, which receives contributions from S2, 3, and 4. The pudendal nerve takes an interesting path where it exits the pelvis through the greater sciatic foramen, passes over the ischial spine, and then re-enters the pelvis through the lesser sciatic foramen to supply the perineum. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please consider clicking like and subscribing to my channel. Don't forget to turn on notifications to get alerted to all my latest videos. For more helpful anatomy and physiology study resources, visit www.humanbodyhelp.com.